guys, you already know who's this. I am Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. What's good, guys? Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel, and today I would like to speak about the current situation that is going on in my beautiful country, Colombia, because almost 30 police, between police and military people, they have been deleted in the country. There is a war, there is a target against them. Let's speak about this and let's jump in this new video. I'm gonna give my humble opinion, and you guys should know why all of this is happening in the country. So let's start with this. Terror figures amid all the illegal groups. The gun plane, 17 members of the public force have been deleted. The pistola plane attacks have mainly affected Antioquia, Bolívar, and Córdoba regions where the Gulf clans maintains a strong presence. Colombia faces a critical moment in security for its members of the public force after the Ministry of Defense, Pedro Sanchez, confirmed the existence of a gun plane executed by different groups outside of the law operating in the country. This scheme of attack led by the Gulf clan in alliance with other groups, such as the LAN, has resulted in the deleting of 13 police officers and 4 soldiers in the recent weeks. The National Police reports days to reflect an alarming panorama. The pistola plane's attacks has mainly reflected in Antioquia, Bolívar, and Córdoba regions when the Gulf maintain a strong presence. This group, considered one of the main illegals in the country, has demonstrated its ability to coordinate simultaneous and lethal attacks against security forces. The latest attack left patrolman Christian Juvenal Mora Parra as the final victim, in addition to 3 people injured in the events that occurred in the morning of Saturday, April 26th of 2025 in the city of Nuevo Sector in La Apartada, Córdoba, while in the afternoon on the same day, a guy from guerrillas listening reported deleting a police patrolman in Suarez, Cauca. From that point, they opened fire against the officers who were on guard duty. The final victims were identified as a patrolman Edwin Agustin Feria Mercado and Belén Karina Duran Ortiz, while a patrolman Emmanuel Javier Escorcia Torres suffered leg wound. The attackers managed to flee again in the boat, taking advantage of the darkness of the night. General Carlos Rana, director of the National Police, described the attack as an act of barbarism and requested the community collaboration to identify the responsibles in action. He announced a reward of $200 million for information that helps clarify the events. Being a military or being a police is always a risk. Depends the country that you are living in and depends the country that you're from. But now in Colombia, the militaries and the police, they probably gone through one of the worst times. The reason why I'm saying this is because in less than 2 weeks, almost 70 police and 30 militaries, they've been losing their life because they are in a war with the cartels and also the guerrillas in town. In a lot of videos I had the opportunity to explain, to speak about this, I've been saying that the police and the army in Colombia, they've been in a war with the guerrillas for almost 70, 60 years because the guerrillas, they want one thing and the government, the police, they want all the things for the country, fellas. But now, you know, this war it's been taking over a lot of lives of innocent people, a lot of life of people that they've just been serving for the country, for the families, you know, for the communities, and almost for everyone in the country, fellas. This is affecting the entire town, the entire cities, you know, all of that, because you never know when and how and where this is gonna happen, fellas. Now the police, they've been on target of all of this group, the guerrillas and also the big narcos in town. The police made me remind, you know, Pablo San, when Pablo was offering $2,000 for deleting police. Now these groups, they're doing even worse because they've been offering $5,000 to whoever delete police and militaries in town, fellas. So you as a traveler, you also gotta be careful where you are hanging out, because like I say, all the police and militaries, they are on target and you don't know when and how this is going to happen. So you better stay far away, because these guerrillas and narcos, they already have pronounced about this. They have speak out about this, and they say they have nothing against the local people who are no military or either police The war is with them, and the local people, they better stay far away from the police station, military base, all of that, because like I say, you just don't know when and how it's gonna happen. So this is the advice, for all the travelers, foreigners that are in Colombia now and that are coming to Colombia and they don't know, what's going on in the country right now, fellas. This is so crazy. It's already out the hands. It's sad, to see people fighting in their own country. For sometimes, well, it's not a stupid reason. They got their own reason what they're fighting on, but it's a stupid, seeing people from the same country unaliving themselves, over crazy purpose. You know what I mean? But this is the current situation in town, fellas. And like I say, I know there is a lot of brothers that when they come to the country, I know a friend. I have like two friends that they only like to date police women. They be chasing police female just to date them, to hang out with them. They like to speak with them, all of that. So this is also an advice for you guys that like this type of gangs, that be careful in what you do, because like I say, all females, males in the police or the military, now they on target. And maybe, if you there and they're gonna do something against those police, you can get something of disorder that you didn't, so you can get something on the menu that you never ordered. So just gotta keep an eye in your bag, wash your back all the time. I know a lot of people, they're gonna come out and say, oh, always Colombia, all of that. But for those who don't believe, we do it way better than before. I know a lot of people, they're gonna laugh, about that. But if you don't know about, our history in town, our history in Colombia, you have no right to speak about that. Because like I say, before Colombia was even worse. Now we're doing way better, and thank God, and thank tourism that they've been in charge also, because tourists, they've been creating a good paper, about Colombia. They've been changing the imagine of Colombia outside of the country, because some of them, they've been in charge of speaking, great things about the country, that the travelers that they been, they just travel from the room to the couch, they've been speaking bad things about the country. Like I say, I hope things get better in town. I hope, everything's calm down, sometime soon, anytime soon, because now these people, they've been desperate to unalive in the leading police and also military people, that anybody related to the government now in Colombia, they are kind of like a risk. Like I say, you never know when it's gonna happen, so you better stay away. Like me, I try to do my best not to be crossing around, police station, none of that, because they already attack police in the city. But like I say, they have nothing against local people. They have nothing against tourists. So, it's nothing for you to worry about. You just got to make sure you are not in the wrong way, in the wrong time. And, you just gotta stay away of all of that, fellas. This is the current situation in town. And I know it's going to be hard for you guys who are saying, all of this. But sometimes, the government, they got to do what is best. And it's best, for them to be taking down all these people. Don't matter what's going to happen. Well, it matters what's going to happen, because, like they setting, playing with fire, and fire is going to be there with all these gangsters, all these guerrillas, and they're going to react. So what they're doing now is a reaction, against about, what the government is doing against them. Fellas, this is the current situation. I hope things get better. I hope, nobody else get hurt. But now, like I say, all these police, I know they're afraid, they're scared, because they just don't know if they go into the job, to do what they had to do, which is protect people, all of that. They don't know if they gonna make it back home, for us. Also, a lot of these police, they've been involved in some dirty business, and they been paying, for a bill that they had to pay for a long time ago, and they just been in charge, of taking their life away, but yeah, that was all I want to speak about, fellas. I hope you guys like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I've been kind of had disappeared from my channel for a while, but I've been really extremely busy, fellas. Hope you guys understand that part. And I'm just being really busy, fellas. So see you soon, guys, on the next video. This was Carlos, the Colombian guy.